TOMz.
Sanmonani Dumilang, welcome to yet another exciting episode of Teenagers on a Mission. Monana SABC Mzansi for sure.
Indeed. Lifikile ke ixesha for us to bless your screens and of course provide you with the best in sci-tech edutainment. For this is Teenagers on a Mission.
Absolutely, namhlanje bafethu sidikida udaba le Ying and Yang of social media. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. Futhi, we're also going to ask the question, what are the opportunities ezivulekayo due to social media?
Absolutely, and another question we're actually asking namhlanje ukuthi, is there a darker side to social media? But without giving too much away, let's get the show started.
Right, now from my guest psychologist who hantle kotsi ya social media e hokae. Re bona ka the negative experiences tse batho ba fetang tsona on social media le re wena o ka dila jwang ka tsona. Re ithuta ka di endorphins hore hantle tsone di sebetsa jwang. Social media ke eng ebile yona hantle e fitile jwang. Re bona ka the future of the digital space. We're going to flex your brains when we talk about the TOMz quiz.
Alright, Mzansi, it's that time again where you and I get to conversate on social media once again. Namhlanje ngifuna ukwazi wena lapha ekhaya i-social media uyisebenzisela ini. Let's see what you guys have to say kwinkundla zethu zokuxhumana. On Facebook, esiphethe ke uSabelo Mkhize uthi, I use social media to market my small business and put it out there. Nice one. Kwesibili ke siphethe uPhindi yena ke uthi, I use social media to simply connect with my old friends and family. Nice one. Please do keep those comments coming in on social media. On Facebook, we are TOMz. On Twitter, at TOMz_SABC_1. Labangani bethu bathini esikoleni? Let's go talk. Alright, Mzansi, we've heard what you guys had to say on social media about the Ying and Yang of social media. Right now, Selana and Morris Isaacson to actually find out from the learners what they think about lento lena. Siswambani kamalako?
Kamala Mutando.
Now, Siswami ngifuna ukwazi nemina in social media. Like, how often do you post on social media?
Ngiyaposta ne mara hayi ukuthi ngiposta like kaningi, like ngiyaposta mara hayi izinto eziningi.
Angipost kangaka because at some point angithathi ithombe kangaka because mama mi ngesinye isikhathi akathandi ukuthi ngilokhu ngiposta because abanye abantu bangathatha lezo zinto zakho bayenza into ezirong.
Engithanda kakhulu nge-social media isifundisa into eziningi thina singazazi. Yeah.
Ayingcine kudala yo. Ngoba sengisatila ngama WhatsApp yabo. Ngabokele side.
Khuluma ngalokho yinje lento eyodwa ongayithandi ngayo social media.
I-social media at some point ingak-influence ukuthi wenze into ezi-wrong, at some point yak-influence ukuthi wenze into ezi-right. Into engayithandi nge-social media ukuthi iyakuxeka ukuthi wenze izinto ezi-wrong nawe ugcina usuzibuza ukuthi ngifike kanjani la ngoba engafuni ukufika la.
Social media ngiyayithanda ngoba like ngithola like inspiration to some other like celebrity ichi like abo MT kanje ngithola ngifuna ukwazi ukuthi like ukhule kuphi, maybe nami ngifuna ukufana naye ngithola.
Alright, namhlanje sincokola ngamajelo omnatha, but what I want to know is, where did this all come from?
The social network ke ntho e leng hore e kopanya batho ba bangata. O thola re wena o tsebana le Thabo, o leng hore o tsebana le Zama, o leng hore o tsebana le Sipho. Ntho yona re bitsa hore ke a social network. O kgona ho bona hore dichomi tsa o di tsebana le bomang, le dichomi tsa hao le tsona hore di tsebana le bomang. Social network e kgona ho thusa batho hore ba fumana mesebetsi le dipleke tsa ho dula. And ntho yona re bitsa hore ke social networking. The earliest record of the postal service is 550 BC. Malengore batho ba ne ba kopana ka ngollana mangolo hore ba khone ho tsebana. The phone line le di radio di fitlile re khona ho thusa batho hore ba kopane la lore they are far from each other. Kamora ho be le di supercomputers ka the 1940s, the scientists le di engineers ba qadile ho batlana le ditsela tsa hore batho ba khone ho kopana ka ho sebedisa the internet. In the 1980s, batho ba bangata ba qadile ho ba le di computers ebile ntho e entse ho be le social media because life ebile more sophisticated. Internet relay chats kapa di IRCs ke ntho e fitlileng ka 1988 ebile ntse e tswela pele e tseba ke batho kaofela le kajeko.
Now, a social media platform has been reported with nama users out 2 billion in 2017.
Inyangeleyo 40 lo number ke isazi kwenyuka. Speaking of increasing, how's about you increase energy yakho and sibuya ngokungoko?
TOMz.
Alright, sesibuyile onto your screens. This is, of course, Teenagers on a Mission. Abago's ABC1, where life and TV are one.
Absolutely right, Bafethu. Namhlanje sigida udaba social media, and trust me, we are just getting started. So sit back, relax, because there's still loads more coming your way.
Yep, oh yes. Namhlanje we are learning about the yin and yang of the social media. Let's check out more of this two-headed beast.
Nazo-ke Mzansi sesifikile futhi with yet another beautiful mission. Igama-ke bafethu uSiya. Namhlanje sinte phansi eRandburg ePlegori. And namhlanje bafethu sokuthi udaba of the good as well as the bad of social media, and also the psychology that actually comes with social media. It's you, it's me on this beautiful mission. Asibangeni. Oh, hi.
Hey, how are you doing, Sia?
Good, how are you?
Nice, good, thanks.
Great, thanks. Please tell us more about yourself. What's your name, what do you do, and where are you from?
Okay, my name is Maria Ramachlo. I'm a psychologist by profession and from Johannesburg.
Oh, okay, cool. So today we're on a mission to find out about the yin and yang of social media. So the bad as well as the good, as well as posting selfies and the dangers of actually posting some pictures online. So we basically want to learn more about that today. So are you ready?
Awesome.
Shall we go in?
Sure.
Cool stuff.
Okay.
So Maria, you did mention outside that you are a psychologist. Please tell me more about that.
Okay, so you get various levels or categories of psychology. You get educational psychology, you get clinical, you get counseling, you get industrial. So I'm an educational psychologist, which means I work with the learning and development of youth and adolescents and young children.
All right, cool. So I did mention that we're actually talking about social media today, as well as posting selfies on these social media platforms that we actually have. And a lot of the times people don't understand that there's actually a psychology that goes into social media. So let's talk about the good side of social media. What good can one get out of it?
Okay, well, I think the most important would be sort of gaining content and information. So it can be a media sort of platform to gain information. And there's also that connection that we can have where we can make more friends, and regardless of boundaries. So whether the person is living in sort of Joburg or across the continent, you'll be able to sort of make friends, and there is no boundaries anymore with that.
Okay, with that being said, but there's a lot of dangers that actually come with social media, you know, meeting people online that you actually don't know, and you can fall victim of being kidnapped or human trafficked. I want us to talk more about that. What are some of the dangers that one can actually encounter on social media?
So there's sort of the intrapsychic dangers that one can encounter, as well as those dangers in terms of being kidnapped or the human trafficking element. In terms of the intrapsychic element, social media can be very addictive. And as from a psychological perspective, what makes social media addictive is we look at sort of 6 main behaviors, and some of those being, for instance, salient. That's our want or need to use social media. Then there's the mood modification. When you're feeling down, then you try to look at your Instagram feed, or you try to tweet a post, and that sort of changes how you're feeling, or to avoid feelings of anxiety. But then the other elements of addiction is, for example, that lack of self-control, where you sort of try to control your ability to use social media, but then it's done without success. And those feelings of withdrawal where, say for instance, you're at school and your teacher says no cell phones now, and you almost feel this longing like, but I need my phone, I need to check my Instagram feed. And those are some of the pitfalls of social media from an intrapsychic. Then there's external elements that pose a risk in terms of that you don't know who is on the other side. Because we say we're friends, but the friend is a very different idea of someone that's in my class with me at school, or my neighbor down the road, or someone I play netball with. So there is a danger in terms of we don't know who the other person that we're connecting with actually is.
This whole fixation of people posting selfies online or on social media, and they want to get a lot of likes, like thousands and thousands of likes. I want to know, is it because maybe one is or is trying to fill a void of not being comfortable or not being loved by their surroundings, and they're trying to get that satisfaction of social media?
I think social media, it gives us such an interesting dynamic in that we have people that we can see face to face, and then there's this sort of the social media or the digital world that's out there. So like we are social beings, and we try to connect and to be part of a group. That's how we survive over sort of these generations or these centuries of time. So when we put ourselves out there online and we share parts of ourselves and that is acknowledged by someone else, that does give us a sense of belonging. Also, with teenagers and adolescents, the developmental phase they're going through now is, you know, it's constantly changing, a mix of emotions and feelings. And social media allows you to make friends without that social anxiety of now having to talk to someone and formulate your words in a clear way in a conversation. Where social media, you get to, you don't have to spell correctly, you can post a picture to say what you're feeling or a meme, and it gives you that sense of belonging. So you can be part of groups or you can have followers that share a similar ideal with you. So yes, it does give that sense of social belonging.
The endorphins ke natural chemical le ka mmeleng ya hao e lwantshana le ha o utlwa bohloko. The endorphins tsona they are released ha le re o a lemala and during exercise kapa ha le rotheha ntho e o tshehisang. And ntho yona e etsa hore o ikutlwe o thabile. Tse ding tsona di bitsa hore ke di alpha, beta, gamma kapa sigma. More endorphins are released by your pituitary glands ha le re o utlwa bohloko kapa o tshwere ke stress. Ebile batho ba bangata ba re hona le di endorphins that are released ha le re o fumana a like on social media.
Going back to having a sense of belonging in the social media space, I want to know, should one have a balance of both where they actually get satisfaction from the people around them, or more of social media or more of real life? I want to know, or should one just have a balance of both?
I think balance is always important in anything that we do, because when we're speaking someone face to face, you know, you're leading off their non-verbals, you're engaging, and that engagement is sort of in the here and the now. With social media, you're posting maybe something now and then it's sort of seen later. So it's important to have that balance, because we need to be aware that with social media, it's in a way controlled by what we call these attention engineers, where for instance, with YouTube, there's YouTube autoplay. With Facebook, you're getting these notifications. So it's constantly trying to steal your attention. Similarly with Snapchat, there's these snap streaks that where you try to maintain maybe 150 days of having sort of connected with someone. So it's constantly trying to fight for your attention. But there's the real world that we live in, where you've got to go to school, pay attention to work. And social media sort of tries to steal away from that attention. So when we balance it, we can commit better to learning, commit to our families who are actually there with us in the here and the now, and those sort of developmental phases that we need to go through. So it's important to strike a balance. So not cut out either one, but have a balance between the two.
An algorithm ke formula e leng hore kgona ho thusa ho solve the problem. Mo Facebook ona le algorithm e kgona ho tsebisa hore hantle di interest tsa batho di hokae. Facebook yena e kgona ho fumana ditori tsa hao tse leng hore wa di posta le tse postang ke dichomi tsa hao. Be kgona ho tsebisa hore dintho tse o di postitse neng le hore o sebedise data e kakang. And ntho tse di kgona ho ba thusa ho bona hore wena di topic tse o leng interested ho tsona ke tse feng. Facebook then calculates a relevance score and in turn what are you interested in? Algorithm ya yona into etsang hore o dule o khutlela morao o kena ka mohara Facebook. Hobane ba sebedisa to post onto your newsfeed ntho le ngore e tlo kgona ho fumana attention ya hao.
Let's talk about the content that people put out there on social media. I want to know, should one actually be cognitive of what they write or post, or you know, the pictures that they actually take and post on social media? What are some of the dangers that actually come to that, and when do you know where to draw the line? This is what I can share on social media, and this is what I cannot share.
There's a line that says the internet never forgets. So the moment it's up there, it's there permanently. The cloud does not forget. So we need to remember that. So for instance, we may be posting something now when we're 14 or 15, but when we're trying to get a job, maybe 5 or 6 years down the line, it's still there. And I often work quite closely with companies that are trying to recruit maybe adolescents or someone fresh out of matric. And they often go back and do a social media check. And if you sort of take a post that was compromising to who you are as a person, it's there forever. So we have to be very cognizant about what we put online, because we can't take it back. It's not about simply tearing up the photo, it's there permanently.
But someone else would argue that, you know, if I'm putting my life out there on social media, I'm being real, I'm being genuine, I'm showing the people that this is me, whether you like it or not, but this is me. But how does that actually jeopardize your future?
So in psychology, there's something that we call boundaries, or creating a safe space. That this is what I'm happy with sharing. So before you sort of post something online, always ask yourself things like, would I be comfortable saying this out loud to someone else? So as you're tweeting something, say it out loud to yourself. Would I be happy saying this on a podium in front of a whole lot of people? Or if I were to say this to my parents or to my future boss or my teacher, would I still be proud that yes, that's me, you know, that's who I am. So always sort of reflect and have insight in terms of what you're posting. So maybe have like a 5-second delay before you actually post something.
Sure, and then ask yourself those questions, right? Okay, cool. Sure. Now, Bafethu, I have to say, there's actually a negative side to social media. Like, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah, but yes, as much as it's fun, some guys feel like it's social media.
Absolutely right. Hit us up on social media. While you do exactly that, we take a quick commercial break. Saboya, and we do it. Right, and Zanzi, just like that, we are back, right, in TOMz. And I'm we're all about the opportunities that one could actually get in social media, but also the dangers that could come with social media.
Yeah, boy, yes. And so guys, about the roots of social media dating back to 550 BC.
Sure. Right now, though, let's head back and see how we can actually protect ourselves from this two-headed beast. Before we wrap things up, I actually want to ask you a question. If I'm addicted to social media, how do I get myself out of it?
And I think it's about prioritizing. That, say for instance, right now it's matric exams. So that's priority for you. So you always ask yourself that in terms of social media, how far will this take me ahead in terms of my goals that I'm having? So maybe your goal is to, you know, finish school, get into university or TVET, and being on like Facebook or Snapchat for the next 2 hours, how close does it take me to that goal? So always question yourself, evaluate, have insight.
Self-introspection.
And yes, self-introspection.
All right, thank you so much. This was very insightful. I learned quite a lot, and thank you for having me. Sure. Yeah, there you have it, Mzansi. There's a lot of risks that are involved with social media. So all I can say is don't literally put your life out there on social media. Use it for the good and not for the bad. This was a mission accomplished. I hope that you enjoyed this beautiful mission with, of course, myself, your boy, Sia. Right now, though, I'm out of here. Let's go. Alright, my friends, to get your knowledge tested with our TOMz quiz challenge. Man, this is my personal favorite part of the show because as a team, but what I like mostly about this is that we actually can learn a thing or two. With that being said, my friends, let's go ahead.
And that is why in today's episode, we're check out Morris Isaacson High School. That's what we're to have some fun with you guys. Science and technology. Lights, camera, and action. Are you guys ready to experience the ultimate edutainment? We interacted with the grade 9 learners, we learned some cool new things, and we had loads and loads of fun. A brief explanation of science and technology it changes on Mapila Aruna. When science is the system that we use to better understand the universe. And keep them motivated. Career guidance, as this is the time to be thinking about your future. The dance off challenge when Ritutamo, TOMz. We tested their knowledge with the TOMz quiz challenge, Morning Team A winning the first round. Related to the second round, Morlin Rabona, Obuitepo Sebeho, a grade 9 learner, knocking everyone out, but Atutababala, the speed round master. The pyramid puzzle.
Congratulations to Swami for making it through to the third and final stage of the challenge. Then I guess Swami is a TOMz speed round master, right? So Lanag, Sipete, on top of a small one. You're only allowed to use one hand, putting it under 2 minutes. 2 minutes right now. Some biggest swamp.
Hakafenya puzzle on the TOMz log. With learners from other schools for the mega prize.
Nazog, some progress. 1 minute gone, 1 minute to go.
All you have to do, go to www.sabceducation.co.za, and who knows, your school might be next.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That was really close, right? That was really close. But Baksizile, how do you feel?
Great and a little scared.
Yeah, nerves are good. We're shining Diako in 1 minute 58 seconds. So Jawang Shilo, so Tati Kamalako, Nekamale Skolosako, Silbe Gulok, TOMz and all the best, yeah? Cool stuff for Bani, often Humingalekaya.
My mom, my friends, and my family.
Oh, nice one. Thank you so much for playing and all the best. And thank you at home for also playing on social media right now. So Kopaganjalo Lezozo, see we'll sell it back to studio.
Sithi unjike kubafundi bethu that are winners namhlanje, and who knows, maybe we could visit your school very soon. Okwangoku ke masike sithi twe ku-future yethu.
Mo Africa Borwa hona le di-internet users they 25 million. Se sona se hore 47% ya population ya rona e sebedisa internet ka ho sebedisa di-laptop, di-computers kapa di-cell phones tsa rona. PricewaterhouseCoopers predicted that 59.6 billion rands will be spent by consumers ka ho sebedisa data access ka 2017. Hona le di-university courses tse leng hore batho le sebedisa digital marketing hore tsebisa ka tsona hore ba di offera ko university. The internet is able to create job opportunities and the demand for skilled experts in the field of digital marketing as it increases.
Alright, Kepafethu, it only saddens me kodwa selifikile elo xesha for us to close inkqubo yethu yanamhlanje. Ukuthi ndifunde kakhulu about our amazing topic that has kept us at the edge of our seat.
Absolutely right, Bafethu. I mean, if you is the importance of protecting yourself from your social media, because there's also a darker side to it. Now, do remember that the conversation still carries on social media. On Facebook, we are simply TOMz. On Twitter, at TOMz_SABC_1.
Yep, boy, yes, and you can also visit www.sabceducation.co.za/2mz for some amazing interpersonal stuff. Guys, bye-bye.
On the next episode of TOMz. We need to go green, the landfills in gas power as a real solution. We need to the landfill gas power 137 garbage. We need to the power plants the TOMz at 2:30 more SABC 1 Mzansi Fitch